Watch your face, little lady.
Watch your face. Watch your face. Watch your face.
Oh, I don't want to hit it. All right. Well, it's been a while. I haven't been a show in a couple days, week.
Been a long time.
Well, that's what happened when Rudy goes down.
Well, you gotta have surgery so he can continue to be awesome.
Continue to be awesome.
Fox, I feel like there's something that you should be doing about this.
What? What is it? What? I don't know what I'm supposed to do
I
about
don't either, but it happened on your watch, at your house.
it.
You're not even gonna kiss it and make it better?
No. I don't think so.
Terrible, Fox. You don't care about me. That's okay though. Cause I love me.
Yeah, what's up, Josh?
What up? Josh who?
McGrath.
Oh, what up, McGrath? What up? You say that like I'm just supposed to know.
Well, he's at a wake or some shit like that.
Oh no.
He's had some friends die recently.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And overdoses and things of that nature.
I'm sorry to hear that. Sending positive vibes and strength. Because we could all use it in these trying times.
Yeah. That's true, I guess.
It is, Fox. What's the...
It's not if you're a Piston fan.
Y'all just trying to... Business fans are just trying to survive.
We've been trying to survive for years.
Because, Fox, I don't understand how y'all put up with it. I would have wrote a letter.
Oh, he's got where are you playing softball at tonight?
Oh yeah, in that league that he plays in, I'm mad because if his ass wanted to play softball, he could be playing with us on Sunday. But I imagine he probably works on Sunday mornings.
Yeah, probably. I don't think he's ever played softball before anyway.
Oh.
No, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he's like, I think he's like Sean. Never played softball.
Yeah. And he probably a beast at it, probably hitting that bitch out the park.
You know
what? Back. But that's fine.
No, first year he's not a beast.
Did he say that?
No, it just says nope, first year. So I'm putting the meaning behind
you.
it.
Okay, you insinuated.
I insinuate. That's how it works.
He called you terrible, McGrath. He called you terrible. Remember that.
Again, he's never played before. Everyone who doesn't play fucking softball is terrible. There's very few people in this world that can get on the field and just do it.
Me?
You played baseball when you were young, so shut the fuck up.
I mean, this is true. Fox Eye?
It don't count.
Some people are just athletically gifted.
That's different. And you played sports your whole life, so no wonder you're athletically gifted.
This is true. This is true. I was hooping by the time I was in the 4th grade.
That's what I should have been doing.
Well,
sports is like the thing I should have been doing.
The thing that got you was your dad was not a huge sports person.
He was.
Or was he a huge player or watcher?
Yeah, he played softball all the time. Again, softball. And he coached my basketball team. But again, hockey is one of those things that was just too expensive. There's no way he's paying for that. Because we don't live anywhere near hockey. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up in Holly. There's not the closest rink is Waterford. And that's a 30-minute drive.
In your school, did your high school have a hockey team?
No.
I mean, most high schools don't.
Yeah, I know.
Because my high school didn't have a hockey team.
You're from the South.
I mean, I know high schools that did, though.
Yeah, but those are, the rich areas.
Yeah, and white schools usually.
Yeah, because they have a rink in the area. It's not a very
popular
sport.
Well, the school has a rink. Because,
most of the school, even the teams that had hockey teams didn't have rinks. They just had a rink in the area, yeah.
There's a school, this Catholic school in Louisiana.
There's one there. Hazel Park. Yeah. Hazel Park's got a rink.
I don't know what for.
What do you mean what for?
Like, I just can't imagine that a lot of people around in this area skate.
it's been there for a long time. You know what Hazel Park used to be called, right?
No.
Hazel Tucky.
Well, I still hear it called it today.
Yeah, I know. They're trying to call it the park. No. So
The park?
They're trying to change the image because it was... If Rudy was here, he'd tell you. But Rudy told stories like you didn't go down 9 Mile.
Right.
Like they would run, like I heard story because, okay, so Brian was in town and he was talking about his brother. It's not his brother-in-law. It's just somebody that one of his sisters is dating. Right? Has 2 kids with him. Whatever. He was just like, the racist, he was like, dude, the most racist shit was just coming out of his mouth. I couldn't take it. I didn't want to hear it. Like I just told him to shut up. I'm like, dude, stop, man. But he grew up in this area, and he told stories about how they used to, like, if someone was driving down the street, they'd catch you, like they were in high school, bored as fuck, all
Right.
3 dudes in the back of a truck,
Being
assholes. They'd run people out of town, type shit. So you come and you cut and you go, because it's also slow, like 9 Miles slower. So it's one of those streets you don't want. If you want to get across town, it's not a street you want to use.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it was also, there was added deterrent, I guess, from what I've been told. Remember, I didn't grow up here.
I was about to say, yeah, you don't know nothing about this bitch.
I know what it is now.
Everything I've heard has been pretty much that. It's country as a motherfucker.
It's not now. Now it's all rentals.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And it's got people moving in from, like, the people who can't afford to live in Royal Oak.
Yeah. If you got a car, like Royal Oak is literally 5 minutes away.
Oh, I know.
So if you can, it makes sense.
If I could stand being in Royal Oak, I'd be a Royal Oak one, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't know why I feel out of place.
Because Royal Oak is, it's turning into another Ferndale. Like, the gays have essentially taken it over.
It doesn't bother me.
It's not that. I'm just saying.
Ferndale's a little more acceptable to me than Royal
I'm not
Oak
saying
was.
that bothers you. I'm saying, like, that affects. It affects the temperature of the city, I should say, when you got a heavy gay presence. Because gay people bring in a fancier vibe, a fancier.
Well,
so
Royal Oak's already bougie as it is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if you're not of that,
but Ferndale doesn't feel as bougie.
It is.
It feels more acceptable because it's smaller.
I think that's probably why it's smaller, but also I think probably because Ferndale has been gayer for much longer.
When I was young, it's the only place I knew was gay.
Yeah. Not to mention, Royal Oak is probably you got to think about all the people that probably left Ferndale because they didn't want to be around all that gay. So eventually, after so long, the climate of the city just became, okay, it's cool. It's nothing but gay people. Royal Oak hadn't got to that point yet because there's a lot of straight white people that still enjoy living in and being in Royal Oak. And I guess they said, you gays not finna run us out. So there's that. Because I feel out of place in
it's also expensive
certain places in Royal Oak.
Because you don't just go in Royal Oak and move in Royal Oak anymore. You go to Royal Oak, you buy a house like mine, you demo it, and you put up a fucking 3,000 square foot house.
Yeah. In
the same lot. You know what I'm saying? That's $500,000.
Yes.
So it's not even about, like, gay or not. It's about money. Like, can you...
Well, that kind of matters.
You know how much that house across the street's going for?
That matters. Who you think got all the money?
True. But take a guess how much that house that they're building right across the street is going to go for.
How much?
The guy paid for it. Take a wild guess.
In this area, with the houses around it, I know you finna tell me I'm wrong, but it shouldn't be no more than $330 to $350.
That's high as fuck in my head.
For this area?
It's $380. But yeah, it's $380 for that fucking house.
Well, the only reason I said that, I would say that $300 is high for this area, absolutely. But the only reason I say it's more normalized now is because of inflation. Like, everything is more expensive. Like,
this house was sold before inflation started hitting. This house been sold and been trying to build before COVID.
And it was sold for what?
$380.
Oh wait, you still talking about the house price?
Yeah, it's brand new. That's why it's a brand new house. Taxes on that are gonna be fucking outrageous.
Oh yeah,
dude, I'm paying $2,600 for $50,000. That's fucking
they're gonna be paying
3 times. That's 6 times that.
They're gonna be paying $10,000 in taxes.
Yeah.
But obviously they can afford it.
Yeah, some dude that works tech guy
I was about to say probably working in tech because that's the only
industry that's
that
booming,
can
right?
that's booming, and the only people that can afford to live outside the city because they make enough money to actually be able to commute. Everybody else is trying, because everybody I know is trying to move closer to downtown.
I mean,
but it's too expensive.
They need a fucking train,
especially especially when gas was going ham the way it was going.
That's the only way to save the city. I mean, the city's coming back, but to really bring it back, like all of it, because right now it's just parts of the city are coming back. There's so many other parts that are just still garbage. Like, I don't want to say garbage. They're just, there's no one there. There's nothing there.
I mean,
one person lives between 5 burnt out houses still, or it's all empty lots.
Supposedly. Excuse me. Listen. I mean, excuse me. Yes, right. You supposed to say this.
Okay. Jesus isn't real.
That don't even come from Jesus. That just come from people being paranoid and not knowing what the fuck a sneeze was. I think
bad spirits.
They didn't. Yeah. So they was,
which is
blessing you, saying like keeping you from dying, or like saying like it's supposed to be like a counter curse.
I'm sure something had to do with fucking Jesus.
I mean, it probably did. But
Birdbass said Jesus on ice.
He's on ice.
No, Jesus is on ice. Because we were talking about hockey. Like, I couldn't play hockey; it's too expensive. Even baseball.
Come on, Jesus on ice.
Because I used to play baseball. We did one traveling team. I remember when I was like 16. I did a traveling team. Played 1 or 2 tournaments, type thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck.
But it's really hard to practice a sport that requires a team when you're the only one.
You give me $8 then.
Mm-hmm.
Ours was $2.50, and that drink was
$3 or $2 plus $2.
So 5. So I owe you like $3. I ain't got but 2.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. The money I brought with me. There you go. Because technically, I bought your water. I didn't know if you would like it or not, and I didn't know how you felt about spending your money on something you wasn't gonna like. Some people don't like that.
I mean, it's just water.
Well, Fox, you know, some people are particular about that. That's the only water that Paul drinks.
Why?
Because it's alkaline. It's supposed to be really good for you. It's like the best water for you or something.
I just don't like all the shit in it.
It's got it's electrolytes.
I know, salt.
So it's supposed to be, so you get your salt, you get your water and your sodium. Technically, even though it doesn't have sodium in it, because if
10
you look
grams.
Where?
10 milligrams.
Let me see. I saw all zeros, Fox. Oh, I do see 10 milligrams. Okay, I looked at it.
It says 0% of your daily.
No, I thought I saw zeros there too. I just looked at it too quick, that one.
Yeah, they just put some salt in it, which is fine. Salt, you need salt.
Yeah, you need it.
It's just the other things after that, I don't know what they are.
Let me see.
Calcium chloride, magnesium sulfate. Oh,
those are minerals.
Those are the actual, okay.
Yeah, those are the minerals. So technically, I guess it is mineral water in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, all water is mineral water in a sense.
Yeah, it is technically, but you know they
mineral water.
You get so used to it actually saying mineral water.
I know. I want the Perrier or the.
They have no damn Perrier.
I know.
And right, and it's Perrier, not Perrier. Me and my mama argue about that all the time because I I'm gonna call it Perrier. Ma'am, it's Perrier.
Dude, I used to like. I remember when I drank pop, that stuff was like. I remember the first time when I was young, I drank that stuff and I was like the worst. I hated life. Like, why would anybody drink this? And now it's like, it's actually kind of good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Fox, and then you got me on them what do they call Oli Pops?
Yeah.
My favorite flavor is the grape.
Yeah, that grape is.
That says a lot about me.
That is fire.
But that grape is so fucking good, Fox. It's good.
It's got like.
The orange,
sweet, man.
The orange isn't bad, but it's just that grape is hitting. It's something about that grape. I had because the Meyer down the street from us. They have
grape is the best one. The grape. Oh, I like the root beer actually.
I was about to say I don't know if they have any other flavors though. Because those are the only three that I've seen. Is the orange, the grape.
Yeah, like a lot of them are UK. Like they just came out with a new Dr Pepper one, so that one was okay. But you wouldn't like that because that's cherry, so you can't drink that.
I can't do that.
There's like 5 or 6 of them you can't drink because they're like.
Oh, so it's actually a lot of flavors.
There's lemon lime.
Ooh.
There's just lemon lime.
I like lemon lime. I like
ginger
Sprite, so
lemon.
I probably would like that. I don't like ginger. Paul does though.
I like the ginger lemon.
I'm sorry. Paul just said something really, really funny.
Obviously.
And you're not gonna get it, Fox, because you never watched the Cosby Show like that.
I watched it when I was young.
Not enough to get the reference he's making.
Probably not.
Because I was telling him about the smoke buddy thing that you was telling me about.
Mm-hmm.
And but I couldn't. I told him I was gonna have to get you to explain it to me again because I couldn't explain it to him. And he gonna text me that time that not be that shit that Vanessa Huxtable tried to use.
She smoked weed.
He said I'll swing on Fox if it is.
Yeah, no, this is definitely something new.
Is him saying he gonna swing on you? I'll swing on Fox if it is. Oh my god, he's so fucking stupid. Dead. My bad. Fox, you gotta tell me what the fuck this bitch do. So I can tell you, I don't even know what it's called.
What?
This smoke buddy thing.
I don't know. Smoke buddy.
That's what it's called?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna look it up because Fox, not you giving me bad information.
It's like something you blow into, and it's like using fabric softener.
Oh, get the hell out of here because Amazon got that bitch for $19. I can order that today.
Yeah, they have it. For sure.
Oh,
yeah, it's right there. It's actually called the Smoke Buddy.
Personal air filter. Blows the smoke in, clean air out. Ooh, hell yeah, Fox. Hell yeah, you just changed the game. They thought they was gonna stop a bitch from smoking in her apartment, Fox. They thought they had a bitch. Oh, baby. Let me go and send this to him because he might buy it. Not my nice baby.
Alright, the cola tastes like RC Cola. Like real cola.
I might like that. Wait, it said 300 uses. So, like, at 300 uses, do I gotta change the filter, or is that bitch dead and I gotta just get another one?
Probably dead.
That's what it sounds like. Because it just said 300 uses, so I'm assuming that means it's done.
I didn't like the tropical punch.
Ooh, Fox, that's my favorite flavor of shit.
It might have actually. It might. It was
what these
weird.
reviews are saying. I've tried other brands, and the others just don't stack up with the smoke break. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they say. as much as you smoke, it might be cheaper just get you one of those carbon filter things that sits right next to your head and just be like,
Fox, I was thinking about getting they make ashtrays that have a filter on them. The ashtrays are like, what you call it? They suck up the smoke in the air.
That's a nice breeze.
Yeah, it feels nice out there.
I'm gonna crack the window.
so they.
And it's basically like, yeah, it's like they call it a smokeless ashtray.
Yeah,
and it's just
sucks the
like
smoke in as it.
Yeah, and it's supposed to, like they say, it like can clear your whole fucking room. Them bitches, they're like $50 on Amazon.
You're gonna have to do something.
Oh yeah, Fox, because I'm not gonna not smoke at the house.
You pay too much in rent.
There you go. And I've been being cool about it with Paul. I know he's been waiting on the other shoe to fall, cause once he told me, he sent me the letter or showed me the letter, and I was like, I was calm about it. I told him, I was like, well, if that's the policy they trying to put forth, I was real calm, and I know he was like, bitch, what? So like that whole evening, because I was at work when he sent me the thing. I got home from work. I didn't smoke that whole evening. No issues. I woke up the next day. I didn't smoke that morning. I went to work. By the time I got off work that next day, I came home. He was like, you want to take a walk? And I'm like, take a walk for what? He was like, you walk and smoke? He was like, I'm sure you probably need a blunt by now. And I'm like, I'm good. I think he's expecting me to be like, I need to smoke. Actually, ain't been that bad. It's been good. I don't know if it's because it's just the first like 2 days. It's probably what it is. Because if I have a bad day at work, that's what. Because usually my bad days at work are when they do it. Because as soon as I come home from work, I want to roll up as soon as I get in the house. So when I have a bad day at work, that's gonna be the day that.
Obviously.
But Fox, I'm finna send him this thing, so he can see what the fuck I'm talking about. And I might get lucky. He might buy this bitch for me, and I might not have to buy it.
You might not.
Mm-hmm.
But you're probably gonna.
Yeah. I mean, it ain't but $19. It ain't that bad.
Oh man. So, did you watch Ms. Marvel?
I did.
I liked it.
Let me tell you something, Fox. I thought it was trash.
I thought it was too short, but I liked it. I think they've all been too short.
But let me tell you why I thought it was trash. I thought it was trash because I don't know anything about Miss Marvel. And I don't feel like they really... I mean, I guess they kind of showed me who she was. But I'm big on the comics. So maybe I'm not relating to it because I didn't read Miss Marvel as a comic. This is about probably the first movie or thing that Marvel has done that I've never read any of the comics for. I've never read any Miss Marvel comics. So I don't know anything about this bitch. And I think that's the disconnect as to why I wasn't too much feeling it. But I thoroughly enjoyed the look into like the Pakistani culture and that whole vibe, the traditions and stuff. Now that I was a fan of. Same way they use Moon Knight to explore like Egyptian culture. Like I'm a fan of that. Keep doing stuff like that. But I didn't
Isn't that
know
what the comics did?
Yes, I mean the comics took it even further. I feel like they kind of like, what's the good word for it? Kind of like dulled it down a little bit for mainstream media.
What?
The whole Egyptian aspect of it all. I feel like they kind of glossed over it to make it palatable for people because I won't say I had an issue with this, but one of the things about the Moon Knight series is like even in the comics, like you don't know for certain that he's not dreaming all this up, or if this is not all happening in his mind. When you read the comic, you don't know if any of this is true, or if this is just delusions that he has in his head.
To be honest with you, do you really come away from the show not having that little worry in the back of your head?
I mean, I guess yeah, kinda. You
not
can say
like
that. The
it's
stuff
definitely. It wouldn't be surprising if all of a sudden it was like, hey, this has been in the back of his head. Like
that.
The dude's just been a quacked out guy the whole time.
That scared. That's well, I ain't gonna say scared me, but that had
does
me.
Moon Knight ever deal with any other superheroes?
Yes, he was in. He was in the. What is that? He was in that group with Blade. I can't think of.
Oh yeah,
the Midnight Suns.
So in other words, that kind of cements the fact that he's real.
Yes, and yeah, I guess yeah. By that logic, yeah.
Yeah.
Other people have seen him in the Moon Knight persona when he teamed up with them. So yeah, you could say that. Speaking of which, yeah, they need to. That's another thing that I'm feeling a way about too, because I'm like, they should definitely be teasing these TV shows in these movies, and I don't feel like.
No, we got one. We got Black Panther.
That's it, cause like, whatchamacallit should have been who am I thinking about? Shit.
Oh no, you can't have the fruit punch.
It's got cherry.
No, it's got pineapple.
Ew. That's hurtful.
Yeah, I know.
I like pineapple. I mean, fruit punch.
So they hit.
And pineapple isn't even usually in fruit punch. Fruit punch is usually just like. Well, I don't know, because cherries is usually in fruit punch. It depends on the ingredients, Fox. Because I can do Minute Maid fruit punch, but that's because Minute Maid fruit punch has
juice in it.
Yeah, it doesn't have any natural flavors.
This has got juice in it.
Oh well, I ain't gonna do that then. If
you
it's
know
actual
that
pineapple juice.
Yeah, it's actual pineapple concentrate. Looks like you can have the fucking the cola, the apple juice, lime juice, cola flavor.
They got apple juice?
No. In the cola, they use apple juice.
In the cola?
Yeah, they have a banana cream.
Now that makes me feel away, Fox, because you know, as you can see, you know how I feel about my apple juice.
What about it?
I love apple juice.
I know, but you can't taste the apple in the cola. You taste like an old cola.
I'm talking about why I got excited.
Oh.
You had me thinking they had an apple juice, and I'm like, oh, now that sounds like it's right up my alley.
They used to have an orange cream, but they don't have it anymore.
Mm-mm.
Oh no, it's right here.
I don't like orange cream. That's like a creamsicle. Mm-mm.
That's the one we had, I think.
Is it called orange cream?
Yeah, the one me and you had was orange cream because
I never saw the name on it, and that's a good thing, Fox. Because if I saw the orange cream, I might not would have never tried it.
Well, maybe not. I guess we didn't. Must have been the orange squeeze. It was definitely orange.
Yeah, it was. They got more than one orange one.
Yeah, they got a cream orange and a. So, because here's a Acerola cherry.
Oh, that that cherry that wasn't a cherry.
I'm disrespectful to that shit.
Fuck, you butchered that word.
I did. But yeah, then there's strawberry, cherry vanilla, strawberry vanilla, and then Dr. Goodwin is what they called it.
Dr. Who?
Goodwin.
For which one is that?
It's Dr. Pepper.
Oh.
But it's got tart cherry juice concentrate. You can taste the cherry and vanilla in it. Like, it's pretty strong. The taste, it's not a very good Dr. Pepper, but it's alright for what it is.
Fox, and then the crazy thing about it is I haven't had Dr. Pepper in I don't know how fucking long. I couldn't even tell you what Dr. Pepper tastes like.
Dr. Pepper? It tastes like, it doesn't taste like this. This one tastes like Mr. Pibb, you know, that black cherry. Well, you would never have had that.
Nope.
It's got a black cherry flavor to it. Which
I
don't really care for.
Yeah, I was just about to say I'm not too fond of black cherry. I was the only one in my family that didn't like the black cherry Kool-Aid.
Did you watch Prey yet?
Fox, did you like it?
That was alright.
Okay.
That was fun.
Well, the reason I say that is because I watched it off a recommendation, and the person that told me they made it seem like this is the best Predator movie since the first one or some shit. And I'm thinking like,
the last one was good.
No, Fox, no, you missing the point. I watched it off a recommendation. Somebody told me they had me thinking I was gonna see the best Predator movie since the original.
Yeah, it was gonna be on par. Right?
Yes, and it was not. It wasn't bad, but when you go into it with those high expectations like that, it's a little bit more of a letdown.
It's a little crazy that primitive bitch person killed a fucking predator. It seems pretty.
Fox, the fact that you got why she gotta be a primitive bitch?
Because she didn't even have a gun. This dude's walking
it's
around
just
with fucking
funny the way you
lasers.
said it. Killed by a primitive bitch. Oh shit! Fox, but I think she had the upper hand because she saw it. She knew it was there before anybody else knew it was there. So she, I feel like she kind of got a leg up. She got to see
did
it.
Learn. She learned that it can't see you unless you're hot.
Right.
Like she understood the.
She got to figure out its ways before
she got to see some things. I get that, but at the same time, it doesn't really feel like I don't know, man. It's the Predator is basically supposed to be us going to fucking Africa hunting lions.
Yes.
In theory, if you really wanted to, it would be really easy to just run up with a fucking tank and blow up a fucking, or you know what I'm saying, like.
But in that same logic, every now and then, there is a hunter that goes out to Africa to go to hunt shit and end up getting mauled by a lion.
True.
So it does happen.
True.
It does happen. She was that lion that one time. Like, bitch, this is the wrong time, buddy, and I got you.
But yeah, it was. I mean, I don't care that it's a woman that did it. It's not even anything to do with that. It's more just like.
It's just the fact that a primitive bitch, as you so put it.
Well, she was in comparison to what we have in an arsenal today, where, you got fucking rocket launchers and you got these. You hear about that thing that killed that fucking general, or the dude? The dude they just killed, the Al Qaeda guy that they supposedly just murdered. The leader,
what thing killed him?
The leader of Al Qaeda. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He gets murdered. They killed him finally.
Right.
They used a new weapon.
Oh.
And the weapon it's a bomb that when it locks onto its target and it comes in, it's a missile. It separates into multiple blades that shreds the person it hits. And
so it's not even like a explosion bomb. It's just like
it's a fucking
like a shrapnel bomb.
It's not even a shrapnel bomb in the sense that it blows, because they have those and you're not allowed to use those in war.
Because technically it doesn't blow up. It just like separates,
and then slices the fuck out of the person.
So it's like a targeted shrapnel bomb.
Yeah, but it literally separates and turns into blades.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like targeting, which is supposed to have less collateral damage because it just kind of sticks to the house and it doesn't blow up.
Right.
And it doesn't blow up in a sense like a projectile one where it's a 360 spray.
Right.
It's literally just the target gets
confined to that target area.
Target area gets hit with that fucking shit. That's the type of shit they're using now to kill people.
I mean, but isn't that Isn't that a step in the right direction though? Less collateral damage. I mean,
I don't disagree with that, but at the same time, we still can't feed half the people.
This
in
is true.
country.
You're right. Can't feed half the people we got in this country, but we can literally pinpoint one person out of a million and kill them with a bunch of knives from a bomb,
From a drone.
from a drone. That's ridiculous, Fox.
That some dude is flying on the other planet, like literally
On the other side of the fucking country with a fucking
on the other side of the planet.
thing,
Yeah, they're in like
or maybe with a
gangways.
computer with a mouse.
There's dudes there with the things that help them get to where they got to go and then let them take off.
Mhm.
But the dudes that control them are nowhere near where the fucking
Right.
planes are. There's some top secret place. I don't know. That was kind of insane. So you think they're gonna? She-Hulk is the next one, right? That comes out this week. Next week.
Next week, yeah, the
Yeah.
17th, right?
Yeah. Or
I
12th. Comes out the 12th, Wednesday the 12th.
wait a minute, Fox.
You're right, 17th.
I was about to say because wasn't yesterday the 10th?
Today's 11th.
Mm-hmm. Now I like She-Hulk. So I'm excited for this series, but my only issue.
Let me see some of those. I think they're gonna cameo the fuck out of her.
My thing is
She's got a lot of episodes.
right. Are you gonna be able to? My issue is the CGI.
You didn't like what you seen? I think
What?
she's gonna look like Banner.
I'm just feeling away because I'm like, are you showing us the best parts? Like, what is it gonna look like when she get to fighting? Like, I mean, because if we being perfectly honest, Bruce Banner hasn't been like the focus of anything. So whenever they show him, it's like
Yeah.
2 or 3
He
frames.
can't be.
Right.
But when they can, holy shit. The things they could do with the Hulk.
Bro, we still haven't seen World Breaker Hulk. Like, I need,
I don't know if the world can handle that.
instead of them having him go to Sakaar when he disappeared, bro, I needed them to have him like go off to some random place, have children, have his 2 sons, and then somehow inadvertently have the Avengers kill his family.
It's 9 episodes, which is still better than 6.
They might have a story to tell in this shit then. Why would you give her 9 episodes?
Because I think she's the start of the characters that are gonna be
That's what I'm saying.
the group that like because she's gonna
There must
intertwine.
be something to this series.
Well, yeah, because she's gonna intertwine with Daredevil, and Daredevil's getting 18. So I think they're gonna build a whole world around these guys.
I don't like that.
But I think they're gonna keep in the fucking
I still don't like
the
Daredevil.
normal world.
I'm trying to make myself like him, but I don't like Daredevil.
You didn't like the Daredevil series?
No, I don't like the character. He's just a less powered Spider-Man. He is.
He can't stick to walls though.
He can't, but that's the less powered part. Other than that, he is an extremely acrobatic, sixth sense having superhero. He essentially is Spider-Man.
I know, and New York's big enough that you can have multiple Spider-Mans.
Okay, that's fine.
That's kind
I'm
of the
just
point.
telling you why I never really got into his character.
The old man on the moon.
Come on, Man on the Moon.
I didn't get into his character
Cat in the Cradle and Silver Spoon.
because it was one of my dad's favorite characters. So, and on top of that, access to fucking comics when I was young wasn't really accessible.
Yeah.
Type shit. Like the little Rite Aid that was around the corner had X-Force. You know what I'm saying? It had X-Force 29 or like it never what's the Jughead? Like there was always Jughead. That stupid Jughead.
Riverdale.
No, yeah, no, I'm talking about the.
Oh no, Riverdale is Archie.
Yeah, no, Jughead and Archie, right?
Right, that is Jughead.
Yeah.
Riverdale.
Yeah.
They did a whole TV show about that. Fuck, you be trying to make me seem like I don't know what the fuck I be talking about.
Oh, I forget.
And I do. I don't know nothing about Riverdale.
I don't know.
I just remember Jughead and Archie.
Yep. But that's what you got. You know what I'm saying? You never get, like, the new Spider-Man or the new fucking Avengers. I don't think I ever saw an Avengers comic. Minus being in a comic store as an adult. But as a kid, I never saw an Avengers comic.
Yeah.
X-Men was the closest I could get. You know what I'm saying? Like, they always had X. That's why I was a big X-Men fan.
Yeah. I mean, and X-Men are, like, probably still to this day the most popular comic ever.
It's my jam. It was like, because, I don't know, nerdy, feeling like you're not part of something, you know, wanting to have superpowers.
Yes, especially when you grow up, like, you know, not that great. So it's like, you want to, it makes you escape to another world.
Where
'Cause
Captain America and Iron Man felt out of touch to me.
I grew up, especially being gay, I was growing up, like, wishing I would wake up one day and have, like, X-ray vision or some shit like that. When I tell you, I used to read comics all the time and be so mad, like, we can have all different kind of things in this universe. Why the fuck can't I wake up tomorrow and be able to burn shit with my eyes? And I wake up the next day mad that it didn't happen. Till I got about 15 and I realized we don't live in a world where people can have superpowers.
Thank God. Have you seen The Boys?
I don't give a fuck.
Did you watch the third season?
I would be Homelander, and on the same token, I would also be fine being Butcher. I could be either or.
Did you see the third season?
Yes.
Dude.
And it was everything.
That first fucking... when the dude runs into that dick.
Mm-hmm.
He's like doing all this shit.
Yes.
Like, oh my God.
That blew me. I'm like, bitch, that's how you start off a season. Because it's so
He's standing there and the dude's body's just falling out of it. Like, it's just like, oh my God.
And then this the thing, Fox. Obviously, because I'm a pervert, so you know I watched that scene more than once. You can literally see, like, the scene is done so well. You can see that the explosion literally happens from his penis. Like, because at the very last second, you see, like, basically all of his back, like all of the back part of his body, which was kind of still intact, it just kind of like slid off of him to the floor. Like, oh my God, that's one of the best scenes I've ever seen in movie history. Like, bro, how do you even film that?
How do you figure that out? Like,
Yes.
Who comes up with that idea?
Yes, Fox, that was ridiculous. And what pleasure was he getting out of that? And you know what? I did find out what sounding was because of that scene. Apparently, people like to shove metal rods in their penises. Alright, Fox, to each his own.
I know.
I don't kink shame.
I don't care. Do your thing.
Mm-hmm. We don't kink shame over here.
But I fucking I so want Homelander to die.
I mean,
I hate Homelander.
He gonna die, but I think
I don't think they're gonna kill him. I think he's too integral into this.
Well, that's what I mean. I think because of how important he is and how well liked he is, I think he'll probably be like the last. Like, they'll kill him in the last season. Or they probably are just saving him
because he can
for his son to kill.
Yeah, but his son's gonna turn out just like him.
And that could be the thing. Like, you know, maybe he just grows up sadistic and just decide it can't be two of us. It can only be one. Or some shit. But I think that may be the route that they're going. Since they didn't kill him this season, I think, because this was the closest they probably are ever going to get. Because now that they didn't try to kill him, he probably is going to turn into, like, the true complete asshole that he's always been under the surface.
Well, he just killed that guy at the end.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He could.
Like they're never gonna get another. I don't think they're ever gonna get a chance to kill him.
I mean,
I think the rest of the season moving forward will probably be them running from him, trying to figure out how to kill him. And I think out of nowhere,
I think the only way to do it is his ear.
I think out of nowhere the son gonna kill him. Out of nowhere. Because if he thinks the son is on his side and he thinks his son is with him, that's a threat that he's not going to see
Or
coming.
the chick.
Which one?
Head popper.
Or her. Because that is true. That is true. Like, she was fucking with him. She was fucking with him. So I give her that.
I think the fact that he got stabbed in the ear and he bled.
Yeah.
Is proof that his head can pop.
I mean, well, I think we knew his head could pop because when he told her, he was like, he was actually scared of her popping his head. Because what did he tell her? He said
he played it off as if he wasn't.
I mean, well, the way he said, what he said was what made me feel like he was scared because what did he say before you even can twitch or something like that? I'll laser you or some shit like that.
I'll burn a hole in your head.
Right, basically. So it's like that let me know. Okay, so he actually is scared of her trying to pop his head, which means that she probably can pop his head if she were to try it. So maybe that's what they figure out. Maybe they have to make a truce with Victoria and they decide to use her to kill him as like a back door without him knowing it. Because if they engage in him, fighting him or something, she could absolutely be like a sniper and like pop his shit from far off or some shit.
Yeah, and then the kid would definitely be.
But then maybe that's what they want to do.
They turn the kid against everything.
I was about to say maybe that's what makes the kid the new Homelander, so to speak, and then you get another 2 or 3 seasons out of that if you decide to go that route.
Yeah, I don't know how many more seasons they can do.
I mean, it's only been 3. I expected it to go at least 5. But to be honest, it's good. And people like it. So
what'd you think about the art?
Oh, as long as
What did you think about the art they did with the Speed dude?
The one he killed on the roof.
Oh, no, the Speed guy. The one that
Oh, hey, his name was Shockwave. Soundwave.
No.
I don't remember. You talking about the black guy, the one.
Yeah, the one that
Fox. I loved his art. To me, I feel like he had the best. He's one of the best written characters on there. Because.
Is he learning though?
No.
Or is he just
he's not learning because I think his only concern is he trying to get back into. He's just trying to get back into the good graces of Homelander. Like, I think that's his only.
Because he can't compete with Homelander. He knows that.
Well, yeah, but I think. Because otherwise, bro, why would you not? You got your blood brother, this your family, telling you, like, bro, just, get his shit up, come back, be with your family, blah, 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 blah. Like, he chose them over his family. Yeah, so.
Fame will do that.
I mean, I'm not saying it won't, but So that leads me to believe that he's of the mindset that he going to continue to do whatever it takes to keep him in the 7. Which makes him dangerous.
Deep fucking a fish.
Because that means Homelander could use him. So he could be dangerous. He could be a pawn for Homelander. And the Deep is just an idiot. He's just fucking there.
They really made fun of. They really didn't like fucking Namor and fucking
Aquaman at all.
Aquaman.
Because there are no good qualities about his character at all. Like,
no.
Nothing. Like, he's just a cornball. All the way around. The way he ditched that bitch so smooth. He told that bitch, this has been all me, bitch. What have you contributed? This bitch literally been writing his speeches, feeding him lines the whole fucking time. That blew me, Fox. I was kind of
expected.
And then not to mention, after you try to get me to have sex with you and an octopus, there is a problem, Fox. I would cut him up. Bitch!
I mean, she's the one that grabbed the gills last season, right?
Yes. So this is true. He like, bitch, now you already know you into that creepy shit. You having sex with a man with gills.
Yeah.
You already on the way, girl. Quit playing. And fuck this octopus. He held that octopus up at that woman's face and said she wants to taste you next or something like that.
So when he had to eat the octopus,
I forgot he made him eat that bitch.
Oh my god! He's crying. He's screaming for help. Oh God. Oh.
The whole time, this bitch sitting across the table.
Yeah.
So look at him like, eat that bitch. Eat it. Facts. Whoever wrote that shit
Oh.
is a fucking lunatic. That's just, all of that is nightmare fuel. Jesus Christ.
So Namor is the first mutant. Oh.
Yes.
And he's supposed to be like, he's like Aquaman, so he's like super strong, can swim, can talk to fish.
I think
He was first.
I think pound for pound, I think technically Namor would be considered stronger than Aquaman, I believe. Because he can fly. Aquaman cannot.
How can he fly? That's weird.
Well, that's what it says right here. His ability to fly cannot be explained by either side. He's part Atlantean and part human.
But he's mutant, so that
But he
could
is
be-
a mutant, right? So
which
maybe
could be
that's
that-
one of his mutant powers.
Yeah,
is
that's
flight.
probably his mutant power.
Yeah. He got.
Yeah, that would, because flying is basically just swimming.
Yeah. Through air as
Yeah.
opposed to water.
Yeah. Flying is just swimming.
I never thought about that, but it is.
Yeah, that's why we can't do it. We're bad at it. What's special about the Atlanteans? They just live underwater, right?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, they're not much different from Aquaman's Atlanteans.
They don't have vibranium.
Oh, now this is different too. I don't know if they're gonna. I forgot about this. The longer he's out of water, the weaker he gets.
Aquaman's not like that.
Yeah. So technically, I guess. So, how do you determine who's powerful? If I'm stronger when we're both underwater, but you can still maintain that strength out of water and I can't, does that make you stronger to me?
I mean, DC makes all their people gods. They're basically just gods playing in human worlds. Where
And that's
where
really
Marvel
been
has
a problem.
Marvel
Really
has
been a
way more complexity in every situation.
That's really been their problem.
Yeah, they're all just gods. There's no real. But that's because that's what people wanted back then.
Yeah.
If you started talking about some fucking punk kid that likes to spike his hair who fucking can shoot lasers out his asshole in the 50s, I don't think it would have sold. I guess like Cyclops is super powerful. He's just not like, who's gonna play Cyclops?
That's a great question. But
Who are they gonna get to play Professor X? Because
I need them to do Cyclops correct.
You know, in the MCU they cannot run a fucking what's his name, Professor X.
Who?
He's just too old. Patrick Stewart. They gave him his one run as, 816s or 868s or whatever the fuck it is. Professor X. But if they're gonna bring Professor X to the MCU, the 616, then they're gonna definitely need to bring someone who's like of age that can last a couple of years at least. Because he'll be dead. Like Patrick Stewart's like 95 years old.
It's true. He is always funny.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta like plan a little bit for ahead because you want to keep using them. And there's ways to do it with the multiverse. Because obviously there's divergence happening, which means that the universes are combining, which is causing issues. Which, just because one universe disappears doesn't mean some of the things in it don't end up in the remaining universe.
Yeah, because it said when they was talking about the conversion, it said one world could be destroyed or both worlds.
Yeah.
So technically, the convergence can happen with only one world getting destroyed and aspects of both worlds being left on the remaining world left over. That could be how they gonna bring the mutants in.
Well, the mutants are already here. I think mutants have been around. I think the blip is how they're going to bring them back. Because I think a lot of people who get blipped are going to come back as mutants. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have like...
I mean, it makes sense. Monica Rambeau got blipped.
It's going to be one of those things where if you come back, there's a chance that your genetic code got changed by being over in the...
whatever other universe.
Yeah.
They were in. Because they were somewhere. Because you remember when... Parker was talking about it. They were somewhere while they were blipped.
Or everyone that had a mutation already that gets blipped, when they come back, their mutation
is active or something.
Active, yeah. Their mutations were already there. Like say
so you just blip back with powers unexplained.
Yeah, only a few actually who like say Wolverine could be one of those dudes that you could play off as has lived a life in secret.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because superheroes as fuck.
Because you got to think about it. It's 2008 in reality, where superheroes. Okay, where superheroes start coming into the scene and become like something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where they can be something. So like Wolverine could have spent all that time before that, like he was supposed to, live for the 100 years that he's lived.
Right.
Without anyone knowing, because again, Wakanda didn't exist. Wakanda's to the rest of the world until Black Panther happened. Wakanda's just a fucking village, a small, village that has nothing, like 3 huts.
Yeah.
Type shit. So the reality is, there definitely could have Magneto and Professor X could have kept themselves quiet. You know what I'm saying? You could have a small version of the X-Men happening in the universe, in this world right now, without anybody knowing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In reality. Because if it's only a few, you're not going to have the same backstory as, like, the X-Men actually have with dealing with the 60s and 70s.
But I just feel like, where are the seeds? Like, we ain't seen no seeds planted nowhere. Like, I mean, they just show me a wall with some slash marks on it, so I can be like, oh, bitch, did Wolverine do that? Like, give me something. Like, if you had never said anything, this wouldn't be that big a deal. But because mutants are coming, you getting everybody all hyped for it, you making this big deal about it.
Yeah, because they're definitely...
And it's been, what, 2-3 years?
Because the mutants would have been there in the first place if they could have.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they acquired it. That merger was official like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Right.
We haven't seen anything. No Easter eggs. No nothing. No castings. No nothing. Like,
well, hold on. We just saw it for the first time.
What?
We saw Professor X. We got to see that there was a universe. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to see it, which means that once you see it.
Okay, yeah, Fox, that's a small piece of a different pie.
Because how are they going to bring in the Fantastic Four? Because again, maybe the Fantastic Four are. How do they bring them into this fold without, like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I think happened, Fox?
Huh.
I think they weren't 100% sure that they were going to get these characters.
Who?
Marvel. So I don't think they had a plan for how to integrate them. So now I think they're giving us filler fluff while they figure out how to integrate these characters into the story.
Right. That's why she was an Inhuman in the comics, so they could use her as a gateway.
I think that's really what's going on.
Because is Ms. Marvel really worth 2-3 movies? You think? Her comic?
I don't even think she worth one movie.
That's my point. Compared to the X-Men, like Jean Grey alone is worth. Like, you could do Jean Grey's Dark Phoenix saga 2 movies.
That could be a trilogy. I was about to say, to be honest, that could be a trilogy because all 3 times, because yes, technically, no, 2 times. It's been done twice. Both times that that saga has been done, they never touched on the entirety of the saga. Like, first of all, nobody to this day knows how the Phoenix Force got in Jean Grey. Like, it like literally sought her out. Like, it searched her out because
you do. I remember because I have the book, and it's when she's in space. I mean, I guess. Hold on, I got it.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that's not technically what I mean, because what they were in space doing something, and they happened upon this solar flare event, and which turned out to be the Phoenix Force, and then it sensed her on the ship and was like, oh, this bitch, she's powerful. But that's not really how it happened. Like, that bitch like came across the universe and found her.
Yeah.
Like, specifically.
Yeah, it felt her.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, they really not even doing the full story. And then not to mention the shit that she did. None of the movies that have done the Phoenix Force.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I was thinking of the book.
Well, that was the original point I was making before you brought up the book. I was making the point that these movies, like, this story could be a 3-movie act.
Yeah.
Like, they still, like, none of the movies have even talked about her being, when she was souped up on the Phoenix Force and she ate a star, and her eating the star killed the planet.
Probably don't do a lot of the book.
And that killed like billions of people. That was the whole reason that they were coming together to have the X-Men came together to have a talk about this bitch in the first place. Because like she killed all them billions of people, and they was like, we need to do something about this bitch. And the universe, or the overseers of that planet, or the people who were over that planet, or whatever you want to call them, the Shi'ar, they came to Earth looking for that bitch, and they basically was like, deliver this bitch for judgment, or we finna destroy your whole shit. Like, it was a whole fucking, like, I mean, you read the book, so you know, like, it's a whole fucking saga, and they didn't really, they just took the certain parts out of it. Oh, Jean Grey gets the Phoenix Force, it makes her evil, and they end up having to kill her. That's literally what they surmised from that entire story, both times.
When she blew up Dr. X, or Professor X.
I mean, that was one of the coolest comic book deaths.
It was like, I shed a tear a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it was the start of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
It was like,
and it was back
she
then.
just evaporated him.
Yeah. Which I bet they used that as a reason to get his ass to come back. Because he was trying to say that death he had in Logan, like, you know, it felt final. He wanted to leave it at that. Like, bitch, you done died how many fucking times? Shut the fuck up.
I don't remember, but because I read Logan, Old Man Logan, a long time ago when it came out.
You saw the movie, right?
Yeah, I saw the movie, but I read it too, and I can't remember exactly. There was no Professor X in the original comic, I don't think.
No, the original Old Man Logan was just about Logan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you don't even need him for an actual reboot. Because if they actually... Because they could use the Hulk for that.
I mean, but...
Oh, man.
But to be honest, though, using Professor X, to me, that kind of made it better. To me, though. Like, having them be on the run because his old ass having seizures that's fucking killing mutants, basically.
Yeah, no, I didn't agree. I do agree it was a great movie. And I think Logan itself, if it's made as a series, like a 9-part series, like a little, like they did with WandaVision and shit, that would be better because it gives you a lot more. But think about it, Hawkeye walking around blind, Jeremy Renner and then you got multiple, like, you got Crazy Hulks, you got Red Skull.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? That'd be a great series because it's more than a movie. That's the why. And then on top of that, it's for the fans because like it's not one that would translate very well.
This is true.
It's a little too dark and apocalyptic. Like a lot dark and apocalyptic. Like super dark and apocalyptic.
Yeah. I mean, Fox. To be honest,
The
though,
Hulk
that's
fucking ate his kid or some shit. Like it was,
that's what's. To be honest, that's what's missing from Marvel. Like, they don't have that rated R,
well, they're gonna
rated
get
MA aspect.
They'll get
Like,
it
they
now
need a
with
mature
Deadpool.
aspect.
They'll get it now with Deadpool.
I mean, even Deadpool, it's not gonna be the same because Deadpool is just gonna be saying fuck a lot and gruesome deaths. Like, I need more mature like storylines, like more adult storylines, like as opposed to we just standing around and now somebody is attacking, we gotta fight, and that's that. Like, to be honest, outside of
pretty adult, like the whole.
I mean, it could be if done right. Otherwise, it could be just, he's a time traveling villain, like 13 years old. Like, sir, I need you to give me more meat than that. Like, that was okay for a while, but now that I know you have the ability and the reach to do more adult stories, I'm gonna be expecting more adult stories. Like, especially if you're gonna do Blade. Like,
Yeah,
Blade,
has to be.
that needs to be an adult story. I don't give a
And
damn
they're
if you
gonna
want families to go see it. Like,
but it's also gonna be fucking the what's that group that dumb bitches putting together with
the
Thunderbolts, that one right there, because that's gonna have to deal with a lot of like.
I don't know too much about the Thunderbolts. I only know about the Red Hulk. But I don't know too much about the Thunderbolts.
It's just gonna be one of those. It needs to be, because it's supposed to be like, it's basically fucking Captain America type shit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what Sam will be dealing with in his next movie.
What?
The new Captain America movie.
Yeah.
So I guess because I'm sure that's got to tie into. Because the next time we deal with the government, we'll probably be in that movie.
Well, they're actually showing their teeth in Miss Marvel. I think they're gonna be like, there's gonna be more than.
But I'm saying, like, by the time that movie comes out, that movie won't be about Earth, or it won't be on Earth. Like, I imagine.
No, I know.
That's gonna be a cosmic movie.
But I'm just saying, it laid the groundwork for. There's this group out here of government people who want to take down anyone new that's like all these new superpowers, which it beckons to the X-Men type stuff that's going on.
I'm with you. You know what? I'm with you on that aspect. I didn't even fucking think about that because that's the whole core of what the X-Men is about.
Right.
Is they can't get along with humans. I'm with you. I'm
right.
With you.
And now you've got these people who have no powers are trying to make sure that people that have power are regulated.
I'm with you.
Because they were able to do that with the Accords.
The Sokovia Accords.
And now it's what happens to the Soviet Accords in 10, 15 years after a blip happens, after all this stuff happens.
So maybe there was a method to the madness this whole time, Fox. Because that actually tracks. That actually tracks. The Sokovia Accords could have been the very first beginnings of mutant regulation. You are right.
Yeah.
And that is
superpower regulation. It's just now because again, people were just doing what they wanted.
Well, see, this is the thing. It didn't come off like that then because then it more so they played it up more so like it was
everyone's like superpowered.
Well, no, I mean, I'm saying they played it up more so like the government was like saying like you can only go on missions that we want you to go on.
Yes.
In the sense, and I took it as like, okay, so what that means is if somebody else is going through or struggling or whatever like that, they don't want the Avengers to be able to just up and go help them. They want to be able to send them wherever they go. Yeah. It didn't come from like a sinister or
you gotta think
I didn't take it as like a regulation of like this is a way to control y'all powers or control.
Well, there's no one there. If you look at that time, if you look at who the Soviet Accords are for, there's no one really there with power. You have a god. You have a superhuman, you have a Hulk, and that's it. Everyone else is using fucking super suits, or they're just really good at acrobats. They can shoot really good with their bow and arrow. There's not real, like, actual humans with superpowers. These people are just the start of it. They're like, there's no like dude that can fucking shoot flamethrowers out his fucking eyeballs, type shit. That doesn't exist in the Avengers when they
Did
make
you know
the
that they're actually not?
Because even Black Panther is just a dude who's super.
But you won't let me get my point out.
They're not lasers. No, they're from another galaxy or another dimension.
Yeah, it's just basically concussive light.
Isn't it coming from a different dimension or some shit like that?
It does, but but that's what I'm saying. It's just hard light essentially. It's not like, because I always, as a kid, I always thought, I'm like, why he ain't slicing shit in half when he hit them with them lasers?
Because it's not a laser.
It's not a laser. It's just hard light.
Yeah, which is weird.
Very weird.
It's a weird
but
statement.
a lot of mutants have powers along those lines, like hard light. That Dazzler, that's her power. She can create. She can create like light images, and she can use them, like throw them bitches at you, and
yeah, because she's
you actually feel
energy.
the power.
Yeah,
You feel the hit from it, even
Yeah.
though it's just light, basically.
Because light is heat.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah, I guess because it's gonna be interesting. I
want to know
the whole MCU is really right now because I like who they picked for Kang, and I've liked who they picked for everyone so far. But who they pick for Wolverine is going to determine whether or not I give a shit in the next 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I kind of feel that way about a couple of people.
Yeah, it's got and Doctor Doom. Who they pick for Doctor Doom and like those have to be important. Like they cannot use Hugh Jackman.
They gonna bring him back in some aspect.
No. With the multiverse, that's fine.
They're gonna bring him back.
But the actual 818s.
I feel like the fact that they got whatchamacallit to come back, I feel like that means Hugh Jackman is not far behind.
If he comes back for a Logan
thing, he probably gonna come back for like he probably will be like Wolverine from another universe or some shit that's like different. That, not to stay. But I guarantee you he coming back.
Yeah, but they could also be a Wolverine on our planet that's different. Which
I'm not as big on Wolverine. Wolverine does not feel like, to me, he don't feel like as much a staple character to me. To me, I feel like more so the ones you have to get right are your Cyclops, your Storm, your Jean Grey, your depending on if you, I mean, of course you gotta do Professor X. Whoever you pick for, I mean, but for me, as far as Wolverine, like, to be honest, that's a role I feel like I ain't gonna say anybody could play, but you could put a couple of people in that role and they would do really well. But that's because I feel like it's a meaty role. There's oomph to playing Wolverine, but when you got a bland ass, boring ass character like Cyclops, who are you gonna put as Cyclops that's gonna punch that role up and make it interesting and make people actually give a damn about Cyclops?
Are you ever? But are you? I think he's always not supposed to be cared about. Like he's like,
no, absolutely not. In the comics,
well, the ones I didn't read a lot of it. It was X-Force and X Factor.
There you go. Because I'm gonna tell you now,
X-Force and X Factor are different.
They hold the shit out of him in the movies. They hold the shit out of Cyclops in those movies. In the comics,
like a lover boy.
He is a fucking beast in the comics, and he is like unquestionably the leader. Like nobody questions it's not like in the comics, I mean in the movies where like everybody says he's the leader, but it's like everybody looking at Wolverine like, oh, we love Wolverine, we'll do whatever Wolverine says.
You know where a lot
in the comics it's unquestioned. Cyclops is the leader.
TV show.
And even in the TV show, it's the same in the TV show.
I know.
Cyclops is that motherfucker. He is a master tactician. When I tell you, he never leads them into battle without a plan. He just that bitch. And then, not to mention, he, to me, for having a basic ass power, he uses his power in some of the most unique ways. Like the way he be ricocheting them beams off of shit. And like he just uses his power, to me, much more masterfully. So much to the fact that for a while people were calling him an Omega level mutant. It was very much so thought that for a while that he was an Omega level mutant, but he is not. He's just not that powerful. But as smart as he is in battle, he's a master tactician. He is amazingly adept at pivoting when things go crazy, and he has like an insane amount of control over his powers. So it's like they hold him in the movies for sure. He should have been more of a threat or more of a player than they played him out to be.
All right.
You need to read the comics and get up on some of Cyclops' most badass moments. Like he got some moments. To be honest, I'm trying to figure out why everybody's so hung up on Jean, because that bitch didn't do shit but pass out. Every panel in the comics. Every panel. Bitch powerful as fuck. And spend most of the time passed out. I'm Fox. I don't get it. I'm much more of a fan of when it comes to female mutants. Rogue is not bad. Because they hold her in the movies too. She wasn't some little innocent, don't know it all type of bitch. I mean, I guess everybody got to start somewhere. But in the comics, like, Rogue is much more, she's still that Southern Belle, country as fuck, you know, sugar this and shit that. But at the same time, bitch was super powerful, and she was a fucking threat. Like, she held her own against Captain Marvel.
Have you seen the new video out there, the Attorney at Law one, where they tell you about how it's like, basically it's Ally McBeal type shit? Is what the show's gonna be like?
I don't know shit about Ally McBeal.
But you know what that gives you, though?
What's that?
That gives you every episode an ability to introduce a new superhero. You know what I'm saying? Someone who's either special or something, because that's what she's dealing with. She's trying to be a lawyer to help out the people who are like her now. You get what I'm saying? That's her whole premise.
So you saying that
every episode they'll be able to introduce characters throughout, like all kinds of characters,
like cameo characters.
Yeah, each episode
as a plaintiff for her.
Yep, plaintiff. So you can they can be after her story gets through. Then you can start just basically using her platform as a way to do miniature, origin stories for each character. Because they're obviously, their powers is what got them in trouble. How did they get to that point? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's an interesting idea.
I don't know if that's what's going to happen.
That's interesting.
But it'd be cool if it did. Because, same thing with Daredevil. You could do the same thing with Daredevil because he's going to be out there helping people who are super powered. In a sense. You've already seen him working with Spider-Man.
So here's my thing.
I hope they bring Punisher back.
They are. Somebody leaked it by accident.
That dude is a badass as Punisher. I do like Punisher.
John Bernthal.
Yeah, I like the first one too. The first movie with John Travolta as the bad guy.
It was alright.
I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was cool. You had that crew that he had, the little fat guy, you had the little tweeter dude, and the hot chick. Like, at that time, I didn't have a girl, so it was like, I'm like, oh, dude, I could do that. Live in some shit house, like, in some shit apartment. It's in because I drive by all kinds of them in Detroit like that, where I'll drive by and it's just this one building and nothing else around it.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, that's some Punisher shit.
Suppose I read online that people are setting houses on fire to make the city do something about it.
Yeah, makes sense. It's scary though. You might set up a whole problem because there's so much land out there now.
And then also
and
too,
if it's dry season, you could light up fucking 5 blocks of grass.
Or it could be a homeless person in it.
Oh, I mean,
or a drug addict.
That's true.
Yeah,
I mean, you shouldn't do it. It's kind of a bad.
I mean, I see the upsides. As to why you would be doing it, because it definitely forces the city to.
No, it doesn't.
No, it really doesn't. Because I was just about to
just
say,
a burnt down
technically,
shithole.
it's burned down houses all over the place.
Yeah, trust me, I drive by them all the time. There's like burnt down houses on 6 Mile. Well, McNichols.
It's right.
literally a quarter mile away from a $3 million house is a burnt out fucking
Well, Fox,
unlivable
look,
house.
I don't know what to tell you. Because my guess is somebody was doing crack in that bitch.
Well, I mean, the whole area is just empty. There's not the only thing that stays.
Well, that's why I
is the
said
wealth,
that.
the old wealth.
Because if the area is empty, who in that house doing anything for it to catch on fire? A crackhead.
Possibly.
A crackhead. Ain't no possibly to it, Fox. A crackhead.
Could have been the dude that owns it, hoping that it'd go to ash. A lot easier to clean up ash than it is fucking
No, they don't do
lead.
that because
That's part of the problem is everything's got lead. The city's fucking old as shit. So every fucking house down there has at least 5 coats of lead paint. And then they also have fucking asbestos up the dick on the inside. So if you want to tear something down in order to do it properly so you don't fucking possibly kill some dude down the road, you know what I'm saying?
I guess that makes sense.
And fucking poison your fucking ground. Because if you tore down a house that's got 5 layers of lead paint and just left it there for a while, you poison the fucking groundwater in the area. Especially all the houses that are down there. There's fucking thousands of houses that need to be torn down. It's unbelievable, like how many houses used to be in, like you drive down on McNichols right off 75, just coming up 75, you can see it where it's just like, there used to be 40 houses in that one area and now there's 2. You know, and it's like
38 abandoned or burned down buildings.
no, they're all gone. They tore them all down in that area, so now it's just like emptiness. It's
A mess.
it's crazy it's crazy how big the city used to be. How many people used to be here?
Paul was telling me, and I just can't see it. I'm like, man,
It was
where?
it was the richest city in the world 100 years ago. One of the richest cities in the world.
And now it's one of the poorest. What they say? My how things changed. That's unfortunate, Fox.
Why though? Why did they abandon it?
Cause they said, bitch, who you think finna stay here? I don't know, Fox. I can't give you a reason why they left.
Because there's some
But they left.
amazing houses in Detroit.
They said, fuck a house. I can get a house anywhere.
Dude, there's mansions.
I can get a mansion anywhere.
Uh-huh.
That's what they said, Fox.
That's what happens when the world takes the work away.
No, the word didn't take work away. People stopped wanting to work.
No.
The work is there. People just don't want to do it.
No, the
I'm
jobs
just
aren't
talking shit.
not like they used to be.
I'm just talking shit, Fox.
They all moved out to the suburbs or they left to fucking Mexico.
You heard what Kim Kardashian said.
What?
Everybody is just too lazy. People don't want to work anymore. Get up off your fucking ass and go to work.
Says a bitch who's never actually done a thing in her life that required actual effort.
Now you shut the fuck up. You're not gonna disrespect that bitch because she laid on her back and took that dick to get famous.
I mean, she didn't even have to take the dick to really get famous. She would have been famous anyway. Just
No,
from-
she wouldn't. You know how many lawyers have famous cases? Nobody know their children. That bitch said, shopping this sex tape is what's gonna put us on the map.
I have no idea anything about that.
So you don't even know how this started?
Never watched one of their shows.
I ain't never watched it.
I know that she married Kanye, divorced Kanye, and was with Pete Davidson. Besides that, that's all I know, and I only know that because it's Kanye and Pete Davidson. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know Kanye
Let me tell you something.
and Pete Davidson. If she didn't do those, if she was some like famous
You can
fucking
say-
other dude, I wouldn't know.
You can say whatever you want about them bitches, but I will tell you this one thing. They mama, that bitch is a mastermind. A mastermind. Because all from that sex tape, this bitch done got them 3 or 4 TV shows. They all, each one of them got a clothing line. Each one of them got all kind of shit. I'm talking about like just makeup lines and all this shit. One of them is close to being a billionaire.
She is. They said she's self-made.
That's not true, bitch. That's a lie.
I
How
know.
the fuck are you self-made?
I just say they said Trump's like people say Trump's self-made, so self-made's become this whole like. I guess.
And that's why they tore her ass apart about it. Because at the end of the day, oh my God, but this is the thing that killed me, Fox. The people that be showing her, that be pulling up old pictures of her. Oh my God. If you see no, let me show you. Because you don't know what these bitches look like. So
I mean,
you're not going
I know what they look like.
No,
I've
you're
seen
not going to
pictures
fully
of them.
appreciate it unless I show it to you.
Do they even still have TV shows on? Are they still on TV?
Yeah, they on Hulu now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they got a show on Hulu.
Hulu's so good. They don't show me that shit.
It's
Hulu's smart.
Yeah, Hulu know they know if you don't watch this shit, they don't recommend it.
Yeah.
That is what that bitch used to look like.
Who is that?
That's Kylie. Exactly. You don't even recognize her.
Yeah, she don't look like that now.
Fucking exactly. But them bitches swerving down, they ain't had no work done. They ain't had nothing tucked and nipped. None of that shit. Bitch, please. That sideways jaw. Look, bitch, come on now. That look
That's
like.
why she said they said she was the ugly one.
Exactly. That's why she done had all that surgery and
She
shit.
looks like the whitest one.
Nah, she ain't the ugly one. Because Chloe is definitely the ugly
Oh,
one.
Chloe's the ugly
Yeah,
one?
for sure.
I don't know who's who.
Let me show you what
You
Chloe
could have told me that was Chloe and I'd been like, yeah.
Yeah, Chloe is and they was getting on her fucking hands. That bitch.
If you caught me on the street doing like you know how they get them people with like oh yeah.
Yeah. She the rough looking one.
If you know how they go like what state is Paris the state capital of?
None.
I know, but there's people out there that'll think about it and go like Minnesota.
Oh.
You know, they do that shit,
Yeah.
that street shit.
Yeah.
If you did that to me with that shit, I would be like, I have no idea. You could have showed me that one, and I'd have been like, I don't know who that is.
Look, let me tell you, Fox.
I know who the main one is.
Kim.
Yeah. I couldn't even remember her name right there.
They ain't worth remembering. Fox. Them hoes been famous for I don't know how long, and they have done nothing of note in that entire time. Well, no, I take that back. Because there was a period of time where Kim was, she was on her little lawyer kick. She helped get a few people out of jail.
Yeah.
I think she's still trying to be a lawyer. I don't know how true that is, but supposedly she's still trying to be a lawyer. And I give her credit. If she is trying to be a lawyer and she is trying to help get people out of prison on unjustified terms and stuff, I give you that, bitch. That's a way to take your platform and turn it into something positive. But you've been famous all this time. You ain't gave no damn about doing nothing positive before now, bitch. I feel away.
I mean, sometimes it takes time for people to change, and if she actually changes, then.
And I still can't forget that bitch for what she did to Marilyn Monroe dress.
Alright.
Ain't no alright. First of all, you shouldn't have had your ass in that dress. If you know anything about your size plus Marilyn Monroe size, then you should know, bitch. Y'all 2 different sizes. How did you think you was gonna fit all that ass if you knock my chips over, bitch?
Did you see that? She was like,
right. I thought she was finna slap it. Don't do it. But no, Fox. She squeezed her ass in that dress, even though that dress was too small.
She did. She tapped it. She's just like, I'll touch it if I want to, Dick.
You're rude, bitch.
She did. She just.
That was rude of her, Fox.
It was kind of funny.
It was kind of funny, but it was kind of rude.
Don't tell me I can't touch shit. Wop.
Is that what you teach your pets?
Yeah, dude, she's got sass, man.
I see you. Just teaching your animals the disrespect.
I don't teach them that. They just learn it. They watch you, man. She sat up there and watched you plenty. What the fuck are they doing?
That's supposed to be a pat down.
Jesus Christ, what do they think he's...
I don't know, Fox, but I'll be like, you see that caption? Damn, bitch, buy me dinner first? Good gracious alive.
Oh, you're not gonna be able to see it.
This bitch said, "Are we dating after this?" Right, because at this point, like, sir, you done groped
She
me.
did. Alright, time to feed these fuckers.
What?
But damn.
Later.